Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, a blueprint for dreamers. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a dream so big it kept you awake at night? A dream that whispered you were meant for more? If you have, then this message, this moment, and this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, is for you. When I first picked up Think and Grow Rich, I'll be honest, I thought it was just another book about money. But oh, how wrong I was. It's not just about getting rich in your bank account. No, it's about getting rich in your mind, in your spirit, and in your vision. See, Napoleon Hill spent over 20 years studying the world's most successful people, giants like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Andrew Carnegie. He didn't just look at their bank statements. He looked at their habits, their beliefs, their burning desire to win, even when the odds were stacked against them. One of the most powerful lessons from the book. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, and you know who echoes that same fire, that same belief. Les Brown, yes, the legendary Les Brown. That man says you've got greatness within you, and I believe it because Napoleon Hill believed it too. Both men understood something powerful, something life-changing. Success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who prepare for it. Those who refuse to give up, who get back up even after the world knocks them down. Hill says you need a burning desire, not a hope, not a wish, but a fire in your belly so strong that failure doesn't scare you anymore. That's the kind of mindset Les Brown calls hungry. You gotta be hungry, he says. Hungry enough to go after your dream when nobody believes in you, not even your own family. Napoleon Hill breaks it down. Desire, faith, persistence, a definite plan. Sounds simple, right, but here's the truth. Most people never do it. They dream, they talk, but when it's time to act, they freeze. Not you, not anymore, because here's what I want you to do. Write down your goal. I don't care if it's to start a business, become a speaker, build a school, or inspire millions. Whatever it is, claim it, own it, breathe life into it, and then go to work like your life depends on it, because it does. Don't let fear stop you. Napoleon Hill said, fear is the great enemy, but you're braver than that. Les Brown said, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. No more. Today, we let go of fear. We hold on to faith. We take action. We surround ourselves with people who believe in growth, who speak life, who push us to become the best version of ourselves. So let me leave you with this. You are not here by accident. There's a reason you heard this message today. There's greatness in you. There's a dream inside you that's ready to come alive. Pick up Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, soak it in, lave it, and then go do something powerful with your life. Because like Les Brown said, you have something special, you have greatness within you, and now it's time to show the world. Thank you. 1. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. 2. Faith and belief fuel action. 3. Persistence turns failure into success. 4. A definite plan backed by action leads to results. 5. You become what you think about most. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. It's not just wanting something. It's the deep, burning obsession to achieve it no matter what. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that real desire is not a fleeting wish or a vague dream. It's something that grabs you by the heart and won't let go. When you truly desire something, you start to think differently, act differently, and even see the world through a new lens. Think about it. How many people say they want success, but few are willing to sacrifice for it? That's the difference. The ones who achieve greatness are the ones who want it so badly they're willing to stay up late, wake up early, get uncomfortable, and keep pushing even when it seems like nothing is working. Hill studied hundreds of the most successful people of his time, and they all had that one thing in common, a burning desire, not a maybe, not a hope, but a must. He tells the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a man who wanted to go into business with Thomas Edison. Not work for him, work with him. At the time, Barnes had no money, no connections, and no formal education, but what he had was desire. He got on a freight train, showed up at Edison's office, and asked for a chance. Edison didn't give him a partnership that day, but Barnes got a job. He worked hard, stayed persistent, and when the opportunity finally came, he was ready. That's how strong desire works. It puts you in motion, and it won't let you quit. Desire creates a powerful mental image in your mind. When you see your goal clearly and hold onto it with emotion, you start to attract the right ideas, people, and situations, but only if that desire is real. It's not enough to say, "I'd like to be rich," or "I want success someday." You've got to say, "I will have it, no matter what," and back that up with action. You write your goal down. You visualize it every day. You speak it. You live it. You chase it. You keep going when everyone else gives up. That's the level of hunger Napoleon Hill talks about. It's the desire that pushes you forward when motivation runs out. Faith and belief fuel action. Napoleon Hill explains that without faith, desire has no power. You can want something with all your heart, but if you don't believe you can have it, you'll never take the steps to go after it. Faith is the bridge between your dream and your results. It gives your mind permission to act, to stretch, and to believe that the impossible is possible. Think about it. Every major achievement in history started with someone believing in something no one else could see. The Wright brothers believed man could fly. Thomas Edison believed he could create a light bulb even after failing over 1,000 times. They weren't lucky. They were faithful. They believed so deeply in their vision that doubt didn't stand a chance. That belief didn't just stay in their minds. It became fuel for action. Hill emphasizes that faith is not something you're born with. It's something you can create. You build it through repeated affirmations, through visualizing your success daily, and through surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. The more you see yourself succeeding in your mind, the more your subconscious starts to accept it as truth. And once your mind believes it's possible, your actions follow. He warns about the opposite as well. Just as faith leads to success, fear and doubt lead to failure. If you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, you'll find ways to prove yourself right. The subconscious doesn't care if it's a lie or the truth. It just acts on what you feed it. So if you want to shift your life, you have to shift your belief. Start by changing the way you speak about yourself. Stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "I will." Replace fear with faith, little by little. Les Brown often says, "You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great." That's belief in action. Faith gives you the courage to start, even when you don't have all the answers. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step with belief in your heart. Because once you start moving with faith, the path starts to unfold. Persistence turns failure into success. Napoleon Hill makes it clear that every successful person has faced obstacles, setbacks, and moments where quitting seemed easier than pushing forward. But what separates the winners from everyone else isn't talent, luck, or even intelligence. It's persistence. It's the decision to keep going, especially when it's hard, uncomfortable, or even painful. Persistence is the muscle of success. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. There's a story in Think and Grow Rich about a man who went digging for gold. After digging for weeks, he gave up when he didn't find anything. He sold his equipment to a junk man. That junk man brought in an expert who found that the gold vein was just 3 feet away from where the first man quit. 3 feet, that's how close most people are when they give up right on the edge of their breakthrough. That story hits hard because it's real. So many dreams die just before they come true. The business owner who almost gave up before the big client called. The student who dropped out one semester before graduating. The artist who quit painting a year before their big break. Hill says you've got to make up your mind that quitting is not an option. You've got to decide that no matter how many times you fall, you're going to get back up. Persistence is not just about working harder, it's about staying focused. It's about saying no to distractions, cutting off excuses, and locking in on your goal like your life depends on it. Because sometimes it does. When your back is against the wall, persistence is what keeps you moving forward. It's what makes the difference between a temporary defeat and permanent failure. Les Brown puts it beautifully. He says when life knocks you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. That's the spirit of persistence. It's not about having all the answers, it's about showing up one more time. Trying again when others stop, believing in your dream enough to fight for it, even when the world tells you it's not worth it. Persistence builds character. It shapes your identity. It teaches you to trust the process, even when the progress is invisible. A definite plan backed by action leads to results. Napoleon Hill stresses that wishing for success isn't enough. You need a clear, specific plan, and you've got to move on it. It doesn't matter how big your dream is. If you don't have a roadmap, you'll stay stuck in the idea phase forever. Hill says successful people don't just hope. They decide exactly what they want, when they want it, and how they plan to get it. Then, they take bold, consistent steps forward. It's not about having a perfect plan. In fact, Hill admits that most initial plans fail, but that's not the problem. The real problem is when people don't plan at all. They wait for the right moment, the right feeling, the perfect conditions. And those things rarely come. What matters is starting with the best plan you have and being willing to adjust as you go. It's like setting a GPS. You need a destination. Even if you make a few wrong turns, the GPS recalculates, but only because it knows where you're going. Hill gives powerful advice. Write your plan down, make it real, don't just carry it in your head. Turn it into a step-by-step guide, even if it's messy at first. That written plan creates accountability. It gives your dream structure and momentum. Without it, ideas stay ideas. With it, they become goals, and goals backed by action become reality. Les Brown talks about this too. He says you gotta be willing to do what's required. That's the heart of a definite plan. It tells you what's required, what habits you need, what sacrifices you must make, what skills you have to build. It puts you in motion, and motion builds confidence. Each small action you take chips away at the gap between where you are and where you want to be. When you move with intention, the universe responds, resources appear, people show up, opportunities reveal themselves, but only after you've taken the first step. That's the magic of a clear plan. It gives your energy a direction. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. You've got to say, I want this exact result by this exact time, and here's how I'm starting. That level of clarity puts you in the driver's seat. You become what you think about most. That's one of the core truths Napoleon Hill reveals in Think and Grow Rich. Your dominant thoughts shape your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately, your results. Whatever you focus on consistently becomes your reality. If you constantly think about failure, problems, and limits, you'll attract more of the same. But if your mind is filled with thoughts of success, growth, and possibility, you'll begin to move in that direction, often without even realizing it. Hill explains that the subconscious mind doesn't judge what's true or false. It just accepts what you feed it over and over again. So if you're thinking thoughts like, I can't do this, or it's too hard, your subconscious starts to believe it, and it acts on that belief. On the other hand, when you fill your mind with empowering thoughts like, I will succeed, or "I'm built for this." Your subconscious goes to work helping you find ways to prove those thoughts true. This is why daily repetition is so powerful. Hill encourages using affirmations and visualization to flood your mind with the thoughts you want to dominate your life. You see yourself winning, succeeding, growing, and eventually your reality starts to catch up with your mindset. It's not magic, it's mental conditioning. Just like your body gets stronger at the gym, your mind gets stronger with focused, repeated thought. Les Brown always says, don't let someone else's opinion become your reality. That's another way of saying guard your mind. What you allow in, what you watch, listen to, speak, and repeat has the power to shape your future. If you want to change your life, you've got to start by changing your thoughts. You've got to think like the person you want to become, even before you see the results. Hill believed that thoughts are things. Not just ideas floating in your head, but actual forces with the power to shape your world. Every invention, every movement, every business began as a thought in someone's mind. The difference between the dreamers and the doers. The doers stayed focused on their vision until it became real. They refused to let doubt take over. They trained their minds to believe in their success long before anyone else could see it.